Sing
Now,
it for me sometime.
I guess I could now, while I don't have a stupid voice modulator making my voice sound stupid. Do you really want it?
Sure.
Just look away.
I will respectfully turn around, kinda, almost.
Oh, I would never change. He'll kind of clear his voice, like, moonlight, starlight, darkness falls from the shadows. Owls calls. All this shall be yours one day. Till then, sleep, dream the night away. Crickets chirping in the vale. Hear the song of the nightingale. All of this shall be yours soon. Till then, sleep, we shall raise the moon. Such a song unto you was sung long ago when we two were still young. Now, although you're no longer with me, I can still hear that old melody. La la loo, may this song reach your heart, even now as we drift farther apart. La la loo, I still regret that day that I had to send you away. He'll kind of like fiddle his fingers afterwards, be like, I mean, I edited some of the lyrics myself, but still.
That was beautiful. She'll take him and hold him close.
Aw. It's very sweet, guys. Very sweet. You're gonna go over to Chatrici's room, and you'll probably get a hold of her hand, and after sitting there for a few minutes, you can feel the hand give you a bit of a squeeze. And when you look up towards her, her eyes are open, and she says, "Hey."
How you doing?
I missed you.
I missed you too. Probably more than you know. I'm still just so glad you're safe.
Yeah, we're hoping we'd be able to find you guys here. Everybody else is safe?
Yeah. For now, at least.
I'm so glad. I've got a lot to tell you, Darren. I don't know, but I've got a lot to talk to you about.
What could I hope?
Well, I don't know if, maybe I'll start with the most surprising thing first and work my way down.
Sure.
You're an uncle now. Surprise!
Sorry, I already learned that one.
Really?
Yeah.
You're no fun, she says as she gives you a shove.
Well, you know, I do live for spoiling your fun, so...
How long have I been out?
Yeah, about 4 hours. But then you needed the beauty sleep, so it's all for the best.
God, she says, ugh. I feel like a pile of bricks just fell onto my entire body. Ugh. So wait, if you know that your uncle... She looks a little uncomfortable. What else do you know?
How about you tell me? Your news?
Well, I've been hanging around with the other group, and, well, they're really nice. They're very cool. I mean, doesn't beat our people, of course, but...
But the cyborg's pretty cute, isn't he? Reckon I
What
have
did you say?
a chance? But the cyborg's pretty cute, isn't he? Reckon I have a chance?
Well, she sort of blushes. He's... Wait, do you think he's cute? She says, turning towards him.
Yeah, that really seems more your type, I'd say.
Okay, so yeah, me and him, we kind of hung out a few times. A lot.
Really?
I don't want to make it seem like I was being. Look, maybe part of it was because I was worried about you guys and I needed something to distract me. I feel like I was being insensitive, but I wasn't. I just worried about you and I needed. He was a bit of a distraction. Maybe I should say that.
Really? Well, what could he have been doing to distract you, Tracy?
He's a really good guy. Let me just tell you that. He's a really good guy, and he's very sweet. And have you seen him with Lucas?
Yeah, that's...
The way he looks at him? Kids know. They know if you're a good person or not.
He seems it. And... Well,
So what do you think? I mean,
that's the thing. It's pretty complicated, but I trust your judgment more than mine, so... If he meets your standards, then I'm sure I'll love the guy.
Sync, if you want, you probably are going to try to check in on Trissy as well, I'm assuming.
Yeah, at some point.
You'll probably walk past the open door. The door is open, and you see both Trissy and Darren there. And Trissy looks up over her shoulder, and she sort of gives you a wave. Sync. Darren.
Yeah.
She sort of like nods towards the door and says, "You can come in. It's not like we're
okay.
talking about you or anything."
It's okay, I don't bite.
Hey, Darren. Hey, Beatrice, how you holding up?
To tell you the truth, not so great, but I'm getting there.
She'll be okay. She'll be okay.
So what did I miss? She says, looking at Sync.
Well, I think we've got a plan of action as to what we're gonna do with the elusive man and the Reapers and all that other stuff.
You fill her in. I'm just gonna let you just we'll glaze over that. You'll fill her in on everything, and she'll be listening to everything.
So I was going to say Darren will also tell her about the rescue. And obviously he was very heroic during it all, and pretty much did it all single-handedly. So...
Do you tell her about the choice that Simon gave you, the three of you, Sisepia, Sync, and Arkara? Do you tell her about that part?
Darren isn't aware of that part. He knows that he killed it by choice, but he didn't know about the choice.
No.
Yeah, you're not going to tell her. Probably a good idea, not to mention that part.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
But anyway, after you tell her, you get her up to speed. She says, "So, you guys decided that you want to close everything back up, and then separate them." Darren, where did you want to stay?
Yes.
Did you want to go with everybody else in red, or does it really matter to you that much?
Well, I mean, I was planning on going with everyone to red. Where else would we go?
She looks towards Sync. How about you, Al?
Well, something I've been thinking about. I don't know if I could survive on red after a while. There's no synthetic life. I'm part synthetic. I don't know if after a while I'll get sick or if my body parts will turn off.
That can happen. I just thought it was like...
I didn't realize that was a thing.
I mean, I'm not sure. I'm just thinking out loud.
I don't think that's... I'm not a engineer, but I don't think it works that way.
And I'll say, well, Ellie has asked me if I'd be interested in going to green with him after this is over.
Well, I'll go where you go, Tracy. If you want to go to Green, then I'm sure we can build a life there.
You would do that? She asks him.
For you, of course.
Al, what do you think?
You know, it's. I definitely don't want to go back to Blue. I don't think. At least there's too much there for me. Too much past there. I think it's best if I go somewhere where I can kind of start a new life, if that makes sense.
For me, she says, I need to do what's best for him. You know who I'm talking about, she says, talking to Sink.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He can't be alone. And I think it would just be, if it were up to me, I think it would be awful to separate him from both his parents.
You mean the kid, right? Just so...
Yeah, Lucas. You're... Surprise, nephew.
Yeah.
Did I mention how easy that birth was?
You did a really good job of regaining your figure, I must say.
Maybe.
No offense, Sink, but I'm definitely afraid of that step. So the fact that the fact that you can't, I'm actually okay with that, she says. I think one's enough. Especially one that I didn't even know I had.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe Rain knows what happened to his real parents. It'd be nice to know at least what happened to him.
Well, what universe is he from?
I think he's from Yellow, but you know, I'm not really sure.
Well, Trissy died of the same... Well, I think the others died from... here, Yellow. So... I don't know about you. Well, alternate you.
Yeah.
So far I've been fine. Not that I'm... Just changing the subject a little bit. Not that I'm pushing anything, Darren. Have you asked Tibbs if he's necessarily sticking around in Yellow?
This is his home. I'm not going to ask him to leave it. Honestly, like, this works for you. It doesn't work for me. And I'm not sure anything could ever change that.
She smiles. Brother, I think you've grown up.
Yeah, it sucks. Make sure your child stays, well, a child forever. It's a much easier existence.
Darren, I think you'll be okay. I think that you'll be able to love again.
Oh, I know I will, but, you know, I'll have you keeping me in line.
Oh, great, she says, rubbing her eyes. I'm gonna have you, Lucas, and Al to keep in line? Ugh.
Well, you've managed all these years.
Somebody shoot me now. That's probably too soon of her to say, but she's not aware of why that's too soon for her to say. All right. I guess that's the plan then. One big, bizarre, twisted family from 3 different galaxies.
I think it could work.
Stranger things have happened.
You know, you're right on that.
There's another knock on the door. Not to make things even more complicated, you turn around and there's another Trissy at the door. And just like that, this got even more weirder than I thought it would, Trissy says at the bed.
Oh,
and,
yay. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Trissy, dressed in red, walks in and says, sorry, I hope I'm not interrupting anything. I just wanted to see how you were doing. I've heard a lot about you, Red Trissy says. I heard a few things about you, too. Come along. Get on the bed. Red Trissy has a seat. Well, Red Trissy says, this is going to be really confusing. I know. Yeah, how are we supposed to tell each other apart? The Trissy on the bed says, if it helps at all, you can just call me Beatrice. The other one says, oh, thank God, I hate my full name. Really? Beatrice says, I never really minded it too much. Yeah, Red Trissy says, yeah, just keep calling me Trissy, and I think we'll get along just fine. So, Darren, Red Trissy says, how does it feel having two of us right next to you?
I can imagine worse things. And there you go, you were just complaining about keeping 3 people online. You'll have help. I hope.
I think Sync would make the comment to Red Beatrice. Well, you seem more calmer than the last time I saw you.
She says, yeah, I've been talking to a lot of these people here, and they are fighting so hard to survive. Just like your people in the vault, Darren, Red Trissy says.
Yeah. Just like that.
I have one more question, Al. Beatrice says. Have you decided what you're going to do with your wife?
It's something I've been thinking about since the meeting's been over. I think I think I need to have a talk with her one more time before I decide.
I thought she was dead.
Technically, I guess she's dead, but long story short, she's on a AI chip.
Red Trissy says, wait, so there's a third me? So wait, let me get this straight. You're telling me there's 3 of us in this room right now? Technically? Red Trissy says?
Technically, I guess the one I'm talking about is the one I showed you back on my ship when we first met.
Red Trissy turns towards Darren and says, oh, Darren, you are in trouble.
You thought 2 Darrens would be bad.
She catches you outside the door.
Like,
In a dress.
yeah, it's like stops and like, oh shit.
Okay.
Dark channel.
Alright.
Usually just dark channel then run.
Niha's passing by and she says, it's called role-playing, Chen. And then she passes by the hallway.
I know of that concept.
Somewhere then is probably trying to drown himself, like, under the pillows.
She goes in, knocks on the door and
Yeah.
she goes in and sees Aya's scar that she got from the Theta session.
Oh yeah.
And she starts to talk to Aya in a kind of a broken Japanese because she doesn't speak in Japanese very much. But we will just speak in English for the audience, of course. And she goes in closer and talks to Aya. I know I take after my dad when it comes to mentoring others. He always given me free rein, believing that we all have to learn through our mistakes. I hope you will be the right person to guide Lun, whoever he's going to become.
I hope so too.
And she kind of lightly rubs the scar over Aya's eyes. Take care of each other.
Thanks. Maya will take Chen and she'll pull her into a hug.
Aww.
And she'll hug her back.
Aww.
You know, it wasn't all bad having your father around for a little while. Maybe
What?
you should let him. Maybe you should not have it not be so tightly controlled on everything. To just relax a little bit more sometimes.
What are you talking about?
Oh, right. Your whole blackout scene. Technically, you weren't sleeping.
You're gonna enter into a room, and Meridi actually is already awake. And she still seems a little weak, and she says, "There's my girl."
Here I am. How are you doing?
Honestly, I'm starving.
Want to go find something to eat?
Yeah, she says, "Is Otto here? I don't trust the food in these hospital places."
As far as I know, there's 2 of him. So, yeah.
2 of them? Oh, girl. Don't joke like that.
I wish I were, but no.
Is that one rich too?
Have no idea.
Ugh.
You'd have to ask him.
I don't know, Arkara. She says, if you're not going after your Otto, I might have to start getting a little busy with that.
Oh, really now? That's
No,
just rude.
Not really, she says. Otto's nice, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to make you feel bad, but there was somebody else that I sort of had my eye on too.
Ah, I see.
Where are we anyway?
Some hidden part of the facility, I guess? I don't know.
Oh, are we back at that FOTG resistance place again?
Yeah.
What have I missed, girl?
A big boring meeting and just deciding the fate of every universe, I guess.
Are you gonna fill her in with everything?
Yes.
When you fill her in, she's going to ask you directly, was the rest of Rain's squad there? Just out of curiosity?
No, just Rain.
Huh. Okay. It would have been really nice to see them again. Like that Quarian as well.
Yeah. Hopefully you got your chance.
I'm wondering if he finished the project.
Hopefully you did. He seemed like a quick guy, so...
So, I guess my next question is, where do you want me to be? Do you want me to help you guys out, or would you rather I stuck around in Rain's, I guess, safe haven with the kitties? Not that I wouldn't mind, I just, well, I don't know.
How are you really feeling? You've been through a lot.
A little weak right now, but I think I overheard from Dr. Chen that I should be back to my old self by tomorrow.
Still, I'm not sure you should risk it.
And you should?
Well, I'm born and bred for this thing. There's not much else I could do. You're the smart one.
It's been a great adventure, Akara.
Yeah, it has, hasn't it?
We've had our bumpy rides, but you know what? I wouldn't change a thing. It might not be what... we might not always have gotten the things that we wanted out of it, but I think that I wouldn't change a thing.
Well, that's just life, isn't it? Everything's bumpy, but I think we did the best of it.
I'm very, very grateful, Arkara, for everything. If I don't say it often enough, you really are my best friend.
And you're mine. You'll always be there. And I will always be there for you.
She will lean in to try to give you a hug.
I'll hug her back. Just gently taking care that I don't squeeze her too much.
I just have one request.
Sure.
Can you please see if they have another nightgown for me? Because this does not go with my complexion.
Yes, ma'am. I'll see what I can do. I'll bring you some food as well.
She smiles.
Maybe Crystal would make a toy out of Omnigel for Talia. Then she makes a miniature Otto.
Oh,
I'm just thinking of an action figure Otto complete with chef hat and action flipping arm.
yes, action flipping.
Spatula flip.
Well, now she needs to make two of them, and they need to because
Like exchangeable arms.
exchangeable. Yes. Well, that would be great merchandising when Crystal, Chen, and Otto go on their food ship. Their food ship. They can sell, the Otto action figures.
each meal provided with an Otto action.
Yeah, it's like a Happy Meal. Yeah, that's it. It's like a toy and a Happy Meal. That's perfect. We're on to something. You'll find Talia, and I think Talia right now is with Lucas, and she's making his ship, his little Normandy toy float, for the first time. And Lucas is like, "Wow, cool."
She doesn't interrupt them. She just maybe go near them, and then she sits down and watch them play for a bit, just to get an idea of how the kids are, like what they're into. So she might observe that Lucas is more into planes.
Lucas is more into planes and ships. Like, you have a feeling he's probably going to be another Darren or something along those lines. Probably not as...
Up his daddy's piloting skills.
He probably wouldn't... I think he got the genes... Some of Darren's genes got into him a little bit. Whereas Talia, I mean, she's like your typical girl who she likes her tea party. But she also likes kicking butt and taking names with her biotics too. So she likes stuffed animals. She likes cute things, and he, I think he's more of a comic book kid. I want to be a superhero, and I want to save people and fly my ship and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and she sees herself in him too.
That's true.
Of her interest in flying. So she just watches them and starts to manipulate Omni Gel.
Mm-hmm.
Just make small shapes. She's not sure what to make yet.
Okay. Well, eventually the kids are... I mean, they're definitely distracted, but eventually one of them's going to notice you. I think Lucas will probably see that you're there, and he'll say, "Oh, hi.
Hello.
Are you a friend of Daddy's?"
Mr. Finston?
He says, "Uh-huh. Everybody calls him Sink for some reason."
Yes. He must like that kitchen very much.
He says, "Kitchen?" He tilts his head. He didn't get it.
Kitchen sink?
Oh. Kitchen sink. Is that why they call him that? I thought Otto was the one that cooks food.
Yeah, you're right.
What's your name? My name is Lucas.
Crystal.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Do you want to play with us?
What are you playing?
He says, "We're playing with my ship here. Do you want to see?"
Yeah, which model was it?
"It's Commander Shepard's ship, the Normandy," he says as he's trying to read the name on the side of the ship.
That's cool.
He tries to hand you the ship.
And Crystal examine it, like front and back.
The ship is actually fairly well made. It definitely looks like it's been put to really good use. But the quality of it is better than most other children's toys. There's a compartment in it. I don't know if you necessarily would like open the compartment to see what's inside. But other than that, there is like a little button in the back, and it lights up and makes like noises, like flashing noises when it lights up. And that's pretty much the toy.
This is amazing,
Thank you, he says. It's the only toy I have.
and it's well loved.
It's a lot of fun. I like to play it with all of my friends whenever we have a chance to. Well, back at the orphanage.
Have you ever seen the real Normandy?
No. Is it still around? I thought somebody said that it exploded.
They repaired it. Repaired it.
Where is it? In some sort of museum? He asks.
No, it's orbiting the Citadel right now.
Oh, and at this point Talia pipes up too. Can you take us, Miss Chen? Please? Please? And Lucas joins in. Please. The two kids together are like asking you, begging you to take them to go see it.
No, we are playing a game right now. We're playing hide and seek. We can't let bad guys catch us.
Oh,
So,
who are
not
the
just-
bad guy? Who are the bad guys?
Like this. And she starts to mold an Omnigel into a shape of a lobster.
Okay, yeah, the shape of a lobster. Whoa, the kids are saying, I didn't know you could do that with Omnigel.
With a lot of practice, you can do it too. Want to try?
Yeah, uh-huh.
She shows them how to do like very simple shapes and stuff.
I want to make something with Omnigel, Talia says. Me too, Lucas says. Maybe I can make a pilot for my ship. She says, I want to make another Anar doll. Maybe a girlfriend for Anar.
I think Mr. Arnar already has a girlfriend.
Really? Talia says, who?
He's going to surprise you.
How really awkward it would be if Crystal said, "Oh, her name is Trissy." That would be really awkward. And Lucas is like, "What? Mommy, what have you been doing?"
She just start making different animals or
Okay.
shapes, and then eventually arrive at the auto shaped doll.
Hey, I know that, Talia says. That looks just like Otto and Arcara.
Yeah,
Lucas
Right.
looks at it. It looks more like Otto, though.
yes. Let me make a little pan like
Okay. Oh,
cooking
like a
pan.
little, yeah, cooking pan. Oh, there it is. That's Otto. And Lucas says, Miss Chen, where did you learn how to do this? I want to learn. Can you make
Hey.
anything out of Omnigel?
With a little ingenuity, you can make anything.
Can you make me some rocket boots? And then you're like, oh gosh, this guy really does take after Darren. Can you make me rocket boots? Lucas asks.
It will take some time, but I think I can manage.
She said, cool. Lucas says, you should come over to our house whenever you can. Lucas says, us too. We can have a slumber party and you can make us all kinds of awesome stuff.
Yeah. And I'm gonna try to become a pilot so that I can fly to both of your houses.
Lucas says, I want to be a pilot too.
Yeah,
Uncle Darren said he would teach me, but you might be able to teach me too.
I learned it from your Uncle Darren.
Really?
Yes.
Is he a good teacher?
He hasn't spanked me yet. She says it
He
without realizing the connotations. Yeah, kids in my family gets a lot of that.
Talia says, "Really? Mommy, never. Cecipia doesn't spank, does she?
No.
Does she spank? She's
No.
not a spanker. Says,
No.
really? Mommy doesn't spank me. I just get grounded."
That's a much fairer treatment, I think.
When I
Have
think
you
when
learned
you
lessons?
Talia said, "Yeah, I learned it." And the problem is when Crystal was talking about being spanked, Lucas gets really quiet. Like getting hit is something that makes him very uncomfortable, unfortunately. Crystal will probably pick up on that he gets really quiet all of a sudden when you're talking about spanking.
Are you okay? Would you like a hug?
He nods quietly.
And she hugs him.
Lucas goes up to you and she hugs him back. It's okay. I'm not with them anymore.
You're with people who love you now.
Talia looks a little confused and she says, "What's going on?"
Sometimes people take control a little way too far. They forgot that you are people too. They can just talk to you if they didn't want you to do something.
Talia nods. I think I understand. You're very smart, Miss Chen.
Thanks.
She says,
Would you like a hug too?
She goes over and she gives both of the kids give you a hug, and they
Group
say, she says, "Miss Chen, are you like a teacher?"
No, but I've been told that by many people.
She
Maybe I
says,
should consider that.
"You're very smart, and you give very good advice, and you can make really cool things with Omnigel."
Yeah. Want to make another one?
Yeah, she says, "Can we make this?" And she just pulls out a picture that she drew, and it's like a picture of some like imaginary animal with like a giraffe head, a neck, and like the body of not a pyjak. What are the other animals on Tuchanka that the Varan? It's like the body of a Varan and then the tail of a bunny rabbit. I don't know what Talia was smoking when she drew that, but that's what she wants. That's what she wants you to. That's what she wants to make.
Whoa, I've never seen this one before. What do you call it?
I call it Mr. Smelly Pants. He's a monster that comes and tries to eat your nightmares when you're asleep, so that your nightmares go away.
That's amazing.
Oh, children.
And she just continued playing with them, like making
Okay.
all kinds of little toys.
I think Crystal and the kids will bond very well. So it's just a matter of which one do you love more, Crystal? The one that's going to red, or the one that's going into blue, or that one that's going into green? You probably are in the kitchen, and oh my gosh, both of the Ottos are in the kitchen together.
Of course they are.
my-
And they're in complete sync.
Yes, they are completely. And when you walk into the room, you hear Merida says, "Oh, dear Lord, Lord Almighty, this food, oh my goodness. Whew. Akara, you tasted this too, right? Here, you need to try this."
Yes. I'm trying.
Akara, if you can convince both of the Ottos to come back to Red, if you can convince them both and open up a restaurant together, You, my dear, are going to bank so much money, Murdy says.
It's worth a try, I suppose. That would be an interesting thing to see, if nothing else.
You can call, yes, they could be the Otto twins. That's it, the Otto twins.
I'll see what I can do about it once we
When
get
Sink
out of the
walks
list.
in and says, Here, you have to try this. I don't know what it is, but it is the most amazing dish I've ever had.
All right, I'll give it a shot. I heard you screaming from outside the hall. It almost sounded like the food punched your voice back into that married voice you had a couple days ago.
The Southern comes out every once in a while, she says. It depends on my mood. No,
Please.
seriously, try it.
All
Please
right.
tell me there's a catch on the plate.
Yes, there's a catch on the plate. It's a catch. That's what it is. It's a pot pie.
Well, I don't think I've ever had this before. Let me see. Let me give it a try.
No, seriously, Sip, like it melts in your mouth. It's the perfect temperature, the perfect flavor, the perfect blend of different herbs and spices. And it's so good that for the next 2 hours, you're going to get a +2, hypothetically speaking, if you were. You're going to get a +2 bonus to all of your dice rolls, morale bonus. Anyone who eats the two Ottos food, the double Ottos food, will gain that bonus. So, note to self when you're about to go into battle. Eat some of the Otto twins' food.
Wow, this is pretty good.
I know. Girl, we're gonna make so
Man.
much money. Between your restaurant chain or Otto's restaurant chain and my new fashion line
We need to convince, well, the other Otto, I guess. And again, our Otto is fantastic as well, so it's fine, I think.
Well, I thought you said most people in the vault were coming to Red anyway.
I guess. That is true. Just gotta convince him to come along.
We should make sure we should nab him. Knowing Elias, he's probably out trying to gather people to his universe as we speak.
Of course it is. Yes.
He may.
How about you, Sink? You're gonna join Team Red?
Well, yeah, it seems everyone keeps asking me to go somewhere.
You're gonna miss out on this delicious food. Oh wait, did Elias get to you first?
He might have.
In that case, she takes the plate from you. You don't deserve this fine cuisine, and she starts eating more.
Well, I was gonna ask where you guys are headed, but well, I guess you answered the question for me.
Well, I started something, so I have to go back at least.
Yeah, that makes sense, honestly. You have a lot back home waiting for you. What about you, Murdy?
I'm staying with her, of course, and this food.
Of course you
I
are.
think it's more the food than me, though.
She says.
I look towards Arkara, and Arkara, do you have a minute?
Yeah, of course.
Murdy, you mind staying here, enjoying your food real quick?
Only yes. Arkara, since you're out there, why don't you go ask the Ottos for another plate?
Yes, ma'am. Will do, ma'am.
I'm gonna get so fat today, but I don't care. She keeps eating more.
You deserve it.
All right, and so I'm guessing back whenever we were, wherever we were, you were given a similar situation as I was.
Yes. I would assume so.
Well, I don't know why. I just wanted to tell you that I was thinking about pulling the trigger, not to kill her, but just I didn't know what to do in that moment. I thought maybe if I could just think that I killed her, that maybe we can get out of there. And
I won't lie. It does rankle me a bit that you would consider it, but then again, he was basically inside our heads, so I can't fault you for it.
I didn't want to tell him really, but I just wanted you to know the truth. I know you two are close, and well, I figured you deserved it.
I appreciate it. I really do. It's better to know.
If you want to tell her, by all means, but I'm just not gonna be I won't tell her anything.
Yeah, I don't think she needs that. I think she should just focus on recovering for now.
Yeah, good idea.
And nothing did happen, so she doesn't need to know.
You're right. Thanks, Elias, for that.
Yeah.
Thanks to the Bravo Squad for that.
And probably,
They did arrive very timely. I'm so glad they did, though.
yeah, I'm not used to being caught like that. I figured I should have known it was going too smoothly.
Yeah, it was a little bit too smooth. I've been in tight corners before, but now I suddenly had something to lose, and that was really odd.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I haven't had something to lose in quite a while.
Well, it seems you're on a good path.
Yeah, you guys definitely changed me for the better.
I think you changed yourself. But maybe we helped a little.
Well, you guys did save my life more than once.
Well, you had our backs. Of course. It goes both ways.
Yeah, I didn't think of it like that.
We're friends, aren't we?
We're family.
Yeah, that's true.
Just, no matter what happens in the days to come, it was an honor having you on my ship, you and everyone else.
It was an honor being on a ship.
Just stay safe in the next few days, okay?
Yeah, same goes to you. Take care of everyone else, will you?
I'll do my best.
That's all any of us can do.
You're right. Yeah.
Well, I guess I should go find more food for Miss Princess in there.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Wow, I haven't seen someone enjoy food like that in quite a while.
Well, she does have a point. They're both genius cooks, and together, I guess it's only meant to be.
Maybe after this is over, we'll have a food competition to see who's the best of the best.
Oh my
I
god.
like that idea. I like that idea. One last big feast.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
It'd be good to go out on as
Yes.
one more venture for all of us.
Oh, definitely.
One big party.
Well,
Okay. Okay.
I should get going anyway.
Yeah, don't want Miss Princess to be kept waiting for too long.
True. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Can I have a word with you for a moment, Doc?
Yes, what is it?
When we lost Tristy, I was so scared. And you were the one that was there for me. Like, I suppose I just wanted to check in with everything that's about to go down because I never really had the chance to thank you before. And I don't know what I would have done if, like, I didn't have anyone there, you know? Like, you saw how I treated Lun, and that was, well, it was wrong of me, but...
Yes, I forgot to give you a talk down.
I just wanted to know what you're planning on doing after all of this. You're going to go to Red with the others, or?
I have a business proposal that I was thinking of, but I need to talk with Otto first.
I'm probably not going to be going to Red. Josie wants to go to Green, and I'm not leaving her behind. If you want to come with us, you're free to do so. You said before we're like a family. Well, whilst I have a lot of sisters now, I could always use one more.
Are you sure?
You don't have to come with us, obviously, but just know that you're wanted.
Thank you. And she hugs him.
Buddy's trying to pull everybody. Come with us.
Everyone!
Everyone come here.
You know, when we started this, I wouldn't have thought you'd end up one of my best friends. And we can
I'm
end
not
this
your
day.
friend. I'm your sister.
Oh, oh, that's so sweet. So, Sepia, while you're probably just there's like a lounge of some sort, and you hear the scampering of feet. Mommy, 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 mommy.
Yes. Talia, what's up?
Talia runs up to you, and right behind her is this other child, Lucas, and he's got a little ship that he's playing with. And says, "Mommy, mommy, mommy." It's like, I have a friend. His name is Meet Lucas.
I've seen you met him. Very cool. Very good. You two behaving?
We've been playing. He says, Lucas has a really cool ship, and I can make it fly around. See? She starts to make the ship fly.
Looks like you really come a long way with your training.
Yeah, he says, thank you. I feel really strong now. Lucas says, so you're Talia's mom?
Yes, I am. It's nice to meet you.
Can Lucas come over to our house and play?
Well, I'll have to see if it's okay with Zink and Trissy. If of course, I don't know where they're gonna be.
Join us, Sepia. Join us.
I mean, we'll have to see. I don't know what's going to be happening after all this. But if we're all still here, we can definitely welcome him in our house to spend the night, hang out. Definitely.
Oh boy, we can have a slumber party. Lucas says, I've never been to a slumber party before. And she says, it's lots of fun. She says, she says, don't worry, I'll help you. And Lucas says, okay. And then the two kids, if you have nothing else to say to them, they're gonna scamper off and play.
Hey, Talia.
Yes, Mommy?
Can you come over here?
Oh, okay.
Rain gave you a necklace as well, right? It has your name on it, right?
Uh-huh.
Come here.
She goes up to you.
And she kind of takes off her necklace and show her, I also got the necklace too.
She says, so pretty.
Yeah. What I was thinking is, I want you to have mine and I to have yours. That way, when I go out there, I have a little bit of you with me. And then you can have mine. And then you can have me, so that wherever you are, I'm always with you.
Oh, thank you, Mommy. Are you sure you don't want me to come fight with you? She asks. She's asking in a way where you know she's not really being serious, but she's like...
We need to give them a handicap. We don't want to stick you on them.
Fine, she says. How about Lucas? Where is he gonna be?
You two are probably going to be in the same area, I would imagine.
Oh boy! Where? Whose house?
Don't know yet.
Well, it's rain.
We'll get that all. And we're going to be you two are going to be over at Rain's house.
Oh boy! So we can actually have a slumber party. Lucas says, "How about Mommy and Daddy? Are they going to be fighting too?"
I'm assuming so. You can guarantee though that I will have their backs if they're out there. I'll make sure that they come back here safe as well.
Lucas seems very worried.
You don't have to. It's okay to be worried. It's something that's big, but I can guarantee you that I will make sure that they come back safe and sound. Okay?
I don't want to see them go again.
No child should have to go through experiencing the death of a parent, especially not twice.
Lucas nods, and then he goes up to Sepia and wraps his arms around her waist.
She gives him a tight hug as well. You've been through so much. You're a lot stronger than you can probably imagine. Definitely going through so much.
Lucas doesn't say anything, but he stakes with the hug, and then he lets go. And then Talia says, "Okay, Mommy, we're gonna go play now."
All right. You two have fun.
And then when she's about to play, she stops and she sniffs the air. What's that smell? Something smells really good. Lucas says, it's coming from the kitchen. And he says, let's go see what they're cooking over there. And then they leave.
You should probably make your way to the kitchen to see what's going on.
So when you go into the kitchen, Sepia, there's like a line of people. Huge line. And it's ridiculous. Like, people are like going gaga over whatever it is these people are eating. And it's like just this. It's the feeling in the room is one of mirth and merriment. And Talia and Lucas, they are right now in the back of the line. Are like, oh, I hate lines. It's just like when we go to the amusement park.
You gotta be patient. There's been a lot of people that have been waiting.
Talky thing.
Sure. Just let me wrap up grilling Lucas about what happened to him, and I'll be right over. Is the message you'll get back, and then like 2 minutes later she'll show up.
I'll send you a meeting point, which is probably in the tech labs.
Okay. She will meet you up there in like 2 minutes.
Cool.
Alright, what's up?
Portable blue box should plug straight back into the SR2 systems if you've got the modular AI bank still there. Do you have AI bank still there, or did they get flashed?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's expandable. You should be able to connect her to them, but I didn't know if you wanted to boot her up off-site.
She'll call Joker in. I think she'll be like, yeah, I think it would help Joker a lot to have some support of his own right now. So she'll call Joker over, and then whenever he's in, she's going to explain what happened, so that way he can see her boot up.
Joker will hobble over and say, he'll nod. Hey, boss.
Well, Mr. Elias here has helped me fulfill the promise that I made to you, at least as close as I could get to it.
Joker looks at Elias, and he, I guess, takes a hold of his cap. This one, actually. As he kind of tips it sort of towards you.
Now, you do know that booting her up doesn't mean she's going to have the same personality at all, right?
Yeah, I know. But
okay.
That's more than we had before, right?
Hopefully, yeah. Okay, here goes. I will plug in the chip and boot up the AI. And then I will sit back.
Roll me a
AI?
Electronics AI check, please.
Oh, well, that's
Oh my
30.
gosh!
Oh my gosh.
Roll again! Do it again! Alright,
That's a
35. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Too bad.
Nice
Elias,
one.
goodness gracious. Okay, so with that roll, you boot up the machine. It looks like Edie, or whatever you refer to as Edie, goes back online, and Joker. There's no one. She doesn't say anything at first, so Joker sort of walks. He's very nervous. He's sort of shaking a little bit. He's holding himself up off of the chair, and he says, "Edie." The AI immediately says, "Jeff." With a 35, she normally, I was ready for her to say Mr. Moreau. But with 35, she said Jeff, not Mr. Moreau. Good job, Elias.
Green will clasp Joker on the shoulder and say, "That's for you, bud." And she'll give a nod to Elias.
Joker is beside himself. Tears start streaming down his eyes, and he's very speechless. and when he is trying to take his composure, Edie says, "Jeff, you're crying. Why are you crying?" And he says, "It's a long story, Edie."
Joker, do you want to take a few minutes and fill her in about what we're
Yeah.
planning?
I think things are finally looking up. Joker looks towards you, Elias, with tears in his eyes, and he hobbles over you, and with one arm, he grabs you around, and he gives you a big hug.
I'll return the hug. Glad I could make that work.
I feel... and Joker says, "Edie, you should say thank you to this man over here, Elias. He saved your life." And Edie says, "I thought you said you hated his music." Edie, no need to start talking about any of that, Joker says. "I believe your actual words was that Elias was a sellout, and you would be able to come up with better songs yourself with your armpit."
Rain is giggling.
Come visit me in Grain. It's on.
That was a joke, Edie says. "I'm so glad she's back,"
Mine
Joker
wasn't.
says.
Come visit in Grain. I'll actually tap Rand on the shoulder, and we'll leave Joker and Edie alone for a bit.
Okay. She'll follow you.
You just had to roll that 35, Matt. You just had to roll
I
that
didn't think
35.
I'd get that. I didn't think I'd get that.
I don't think so either. Okay.
As soon as Rain leaves out of the building, he's like, I had half thought that you were going to completely ignore me. Ignore my request anyway.
I didn't have to boot it up. Besides, I'd already more or less built 2 of them, so I guess practice really does pay off.
Like I said, I don't know. Honestly, whenever I told you all the truth, I was half banking everyone to leave the room. It went a lot better than I thought it was going to. I've given everyone ample reason to dislike me, so.
Well, if it's any consolation, I think Green U is having a very, very bad week.
Good. You got my package, right?
Well, yeah.
Good.
I think Red Me is also having a really bad week, but,
Speaking of that, sorry that the competition wasn't fair and square. It's for the second time, it seems I've lost out on getting a fair matchup with you.
Well, there is an opening for a new Rain now, if you want.
What exactly are you saying?
I could probably get you into Green without too many issues.
Why?
Do you really have anywhere else to go?
I don't know. Never thought about it. I've never put much thought into what I'm going to do after all of this is over, if I even make it.
Really? I've got a list. Number 1, find a beach. Number 2, lie on it.
Well, I guess there are some things I would like to do, but, nothing over that specifically ties me to this universe. I don't know anything about my mom, don't know if my dad's even still alive here. I don't imagine Tibbs wants anything to do with me after finding out that, I kind of killed Darren. So.
Well, let's just say it would be really nice to have someone else who knows about the gliders around, especially if I'm going to be guarding one of them. Not that you necessarily have to know where it is, but it doesn't hurt.
It also doesn't hurt that I'm going to probably outlive you. Probably.
That's true. That would also be quite useful. Although, to be fair, with synthesized bodies, I'm really not sure what our lifespans are anymore.
I appreciate the offer. I guess I will take you up on it if I survive. And can you also... I have people in my facility. I would feel much better if they got the chance at another life before I did.
How many are we talking about?
Maybe not many. It's just a handful of scientists and doctors that were on Earth. I mean, I've given some a chance at other lives, but, you know, with Cerberus around, it wasn't that great. They're dead for all intents and purposes on Cerberus.
If they want to come over, I can probably find a use for them. We're going to need scientists and doctors.
Okay. Well, if I have... After I settle my affairs here, I could probably take you up on that offer. I guess it also depends on what the others want.
Sure.
On another note, if I'm gonna trust this to you, and she's gonna hand Elias another chip. It has a song on it. It was one I made a week after I left Thessia. It's for my mom. She'll know what it means if she listens to it, but if I don't make it, I would like for her to hear it at least once.
I think I can make that happen.
Alright.
Of course, you do realize this means I have to live through this thing now.
Well, I mean, you're you and I'm me. You do a lot of things right. I typically don't.
I wing things by the seat of my pants. Just don't tell anyone I said that.
Oh, you too.
So far, I just have a decent average.
Yeah.